as long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
Happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him.
According to insider reports, undefeated boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. made an unannounced visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp in Los Angeles, where the Filipino icon is preparing for his much-anticipated comeback fight against Mario Barrios. The surprise meeting between these two legendary rivals has ignited a buzz across the sports world, reigniting conversations about their storied history, growing mutual respect, and the shifting landscape of professional boxing. Floyd Mayweather's reported visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp is more than a simple reunion. It underscores the layered and enduring relationship between two of boxing's all-time greats. Their legendary rivalry peaked with the blockbuster fight of the century in 2015, a historic bout that captivated the world and etched itself into the annals of boxing history. Since then, their careers have taken divergent paths. Mayweather has become a prominent promoter and occasional exhibition fighter, while Pacquiao has devoted himself to politics and humanitarian work. Yet, beneath it all, their mutual respect and shared legacy continue to resonate.
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, what would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say that about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. He punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed? It's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who for one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao is. He'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same.
The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao remains one of the most iconic and lucrative in boxing history. Spanning more than a decade, their long-awaited showdown in 2015 was the result of years of build-up, stalled negotiations, and relentless public demand. Talks of a potential matchup began as early as 2009, when both fighters were at the height of their powers. However, disputes over drug testing protocols and promotional conflicts repeatedly derailed the fight, prolonging anticipation and adding to the drama surrounding their eventual clash.
Any version of Mayweather would have always beat Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think Mayweather would have always done what's necessary for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a greater career, but I think Mayweather's a better fighter. And I think Mayweather had the right thing for somebody like Pacquiao. I mean, he had the right one-punch speed. He had the right IQ. He was bigger than Manny with longer arms. He had great feet. It's just a kryptonite for Manny Pacquiao. I personally thought so.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
No way there, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. But it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to speak, when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Manny Pacquiao's boxing career is nothing short of legendary. Over the course of his remarkable journey, he has captured 12 major world titles and earned lineal championships in 4 distinct weight classes: flyweight, featherweight, super featherweight, and super lightweight. Uniquely, Pacquiao stands alone as the only boxer in history to win world titles across 4 different decades, from the 1990s through the 2020s. His fights have consistently drawn massive audiences, generating over $1.2 billion in revenue from 25 pay-per-view events, a testament to his unparalleled star power and lasting impact on the sport.
Philippine boxing legend Manny Pacquiao leads ESPN's list of top 25 Asian athletes of the 21st century. The 8th Division World Boxing Champ bested the likes of Chinese basketball icon Yao Ming and Japanese baseball superstar Ichiro Suzuki, who finished second and third respectively. Completing the top 5 are Korean football star Song Hong-min and Japanese-American Naomi Osaka. Also making the list, the Philippines' first ever Olympic gold medal winner, weightlifter Heidelin Diaz, and the PBA's 7-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
In September 2021, Manny Pacquiao officially announced his retirement from boxing to dedicate himself fully to his political aspirations. He ran for president of the Philippines in the 2022 elections, though his bid was ultimately unsuccessful. Despite the electoral setback, Pacquiao continued to stay active, serving as a senator and participating in numerous philanthropic efforts, reinforcing his commitment to public service and community development.
Your thought on Manny Pacquiao's fight?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest dudes I mean, when people, I want to just say this, because I know we got to go, discuss one thing. People talk about Manny Pacquiao, say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up and show he's very chill. That's why because he's a
Now, at 46 years old and nearly 4 years after announcing his retirement, Manny Pacquiao has officially confirmed his return to the ring. He is scheduled to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, at the iconic MGM Grand in Las Vegas, marking a highly anticipated comeback for the boxing legend.
Manny Pacquiao vs. Mario Barrios is a done deal. Fight will either happen July 19th to July 26th in Las Vegas or San Antonio. And it's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Amazon Prime. Whew. We blast Jake Paul for these types of fights. And yet a current world champion in Mario Barrios is going to go after Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I get it. You get to share the ring with the legend of Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest to all ever do it. But he's been retired now. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Manny Pacquiao did not look good in his previous exhibition he did last year either. Mario Barrios should easily run laps around Manny Pacquiao, destroy him. Why are we wasting time with this type of fight? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Listen, 147, welterweight. Me and Talani just got done talking about this in our interview. 147 is a historically great boxing division. And there is great talent in the division right now. But the problem is that guys don't want to fight each other. We don't want unification. We don't want undisputed. And we're getting fights like Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Why? This fight makes absolutely no sense. If this is even somewhat competitive, that is embarrassing on Mario Barrios' part. Why are we wasting time with this fight? Listen, Ryan Norman Jr. should be fighting Boots Ennis, but he chose a decent alternative. Fighting Sasaki in Japan is fine. That's still 2 debatably top 5 fighters in the welterweight division fighting each other. I'm A-okay with that decision. Boots Ennis finally stepped up and he did the unification fight against Danny Onis. Great. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios? Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why don't you just go pursue other things? If anything, do those little cheap expedition fights that you did last year, or those that are similar to that of what Floyd Mayweather keeps doing. Why is Manny Pacquiao doing a real legitimate fight? I get for its world championship, but against Mario Barrios. Why is Mario Barrios agreeing to this?
George Kambosos Jr. once had the invaluable opportunity to train alongside Manny Pacquiao, an experience he credits as being instrumental in his growth as a fighter. He frequently reflects on those sessions, emphasizing that the lessons went far beyond physical techniques. From Pacquiao, he learned the importance of mindset, discipline, and mental resilience. Kambosos often notes that Pacquiao's greatest influence was psychological, teaching him that boxing is as much a mental battle as it is a physical one. Observing Pacquiao in training, Kambosos absorbed how to seamlessly combine speed, intelligence, and meticulous preparation into a complete and effective fighting strategy.
Trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you'd been. How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got, obviously, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles, and I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was with 5-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?
Mario Barrios, a 29-year-old boxer from San Antonio, Texas, currently holds the WBC welterweight title. He claimed the championship with an impressive victory over Yadenis Yugas in September 2023, a bout in which he scored 2 knockdowns and secured a unanimous decision with scores of 118-107 and 117-108. This decisive win marked a major milestone in Barrios' career, officially elevating him to full champion status after Terence Crawford vacated the title by moving up to the super welterweight division.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you. When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. A lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was like overwhelming, man. She was just absolutely strong. Yeah, most of the time they were dudes. But I couldn't really even like spar with her serious. I mean, that's not like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Mario Barrios isn't underestimating Manny Pacquiao, despite the age difference and Pacquiao's legendary status. Fully aware of the challenge ahead, Barrios is preparing as if he's facing Pacquiao in his prime. His approach to training reflects a fighter who sees this bout as a defining moment in his career. From the beginning, his camp has been all business, with his coach emphasizing that they're treating this fight with the intensity and focus of a championship bout. While there's clear respect for Pacquiao's legacy, Barrios' hunger to make a statement is unmistakable. He doesn't just want another victory, he wants a career-defining moment. Taking on a living legend carries significant risk, but for Barrios, the potential reward is worth it.
You mentioned that a lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story. When he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish, being a 2-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, I'll fight now for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. At that point, it's about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Petirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fight. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's Pacquiao fans, if that's a unification with Boots in it.
The upcoming matchup between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios has captured widespread attention within the boxing world, sparking a mix of reactions from fans and analysts. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has voiced strong support for the bout, emphasizing Pacquiao's legendary status and citing past examples of former champions making successful comebacks. "I do like the idea very much. I think Pacquiao can beat any fighter or be competitive with any fighter," Suleiman stated. His endorsement highlights the WBC's confidence in Pacquiao's continued relevance and their readiness to sanction the fight, acknowledging both his enduring star power and fighting spirit.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Ben, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England, we could have done it in the US, we could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC World Champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story.
Floyd Mayweather believes Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring is largely motivated by financial reasons, a common factor behind many comebacks in professional boxing. Often, aging legends stage returns to secure one last lucrative payday, especially if they haven't fully established a stable life beyond the sport. Despite this, Mayweather acknowledges Pacquiao's lasting skill, noting that even now, his abilities surpass many current fighters' best performances. Known for his fierce dedication to preserving his legacy as an undefeated champion, Mayweather's protective attitude has sometimes sparked controversy. For example, YouTuber Showbiz The Adult shared an encounter where Mayweather became defensive when it was suggested Pacquiao might be considered greater than him. During that exchange, Mayweather reportedly accused Pacquiao of using performance-enhancing drugs, revealing just how sensitive he is about his place in boxing history.
Here we go! Who's greater than me? I said, Sugar Ray Robinson. He said, Sugar Ray Robinson? How many wins he got? I said, he got like over 150 wins. He stopped with me. He said, well, who got more championship titles? Me or him? I said, hold on, Floyd. He said, answer the question. I said, Floyd, there's more titles now than then. It was just one day. That's no fair. Answer the question. I said, okay, you do I not have 28 titles? And I was just like, no. He said, oh, you're supposed to be the expert. But the reason why I said that is because there's minor and major titles. Who else greater than me? I said, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran. He said, oh my God. I said, you said something about Pacquiao. Yeah, I said, I think you'll beat Pacquiao every day of the week, but I think he had a greater career. He said, you ain't think Pacquiao was on steroids? I said, he didn't fail his test, Floyd. He said, look at me in my eyes. I saw that as a initiation. This is what you're about to get. Nobody's greater than Floyd. My thing is, he should feel that, but you can't expect everybody to feel like he's great.
Despite mixed results in recent exhibitions, early 2025 training footage shows Pacquiao with the speed, footwork, and power of his prime, sparking talk of a full comeback. Critics, however, warn the return may be unnecessary and could risk his legacy. As the only boxer with world titles in 8 weight classes, Pacquiao has little left to prove. His challenge for WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios has stirred debate over fairness, given his 4-year hiatus and the impact on younger contenders. While his dedication is clear, many wonder if this comeback will add to or tarnish his legendary career.
The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring. And he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins. 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09, Ricky Hatton, all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Cloteley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list.
Prominent boxing figures like Frank Warren and Simon Jordan have criticized Manny Pacquiao's return at 46, calling it unnecessary and questioning the WBC's decision to rank him 5th after a 4-year break and a weak exhibition. They argue that granting him a title shot against Mario Barrios undermines boxing's credibility and merit system. Concerns about his health and motives add to the debate. However, supporters highlight Pacquiao's conditioning and dedication, seeing his comeback as a way to revive the sport and extend his legacy.
Champion Mario Barrios to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. And about 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said hells yeah if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021 and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. That didn't look good. This is a bad idea. A really bad idea. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt badly.
Do you think Pacquiao's return adds to or takes away from his legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below.